Sergio, you had your open workout here today. You appear to be very healthy. Talk about how you're feeling coming into this fight.
Yeah, your back's falling. ¿Cómo tú sientes ahora?
Me siento muy bien, muy contento, muy feliz y muy motivado.
He feels great, he's very happy, and he's very motivated.
There's been a lot of talk back and forth between the camps in this fight, especially from your side. How do you keep from taking that too much emotion into the ring and trying to take it out on him?
¿Cómo tú puedes sacar emoción de toda la mierda que Cotto estaba hablando?
Porque es muy importante para mí venir a pelear al Madison y a representar a los argentinos y al resto de latinos del mundo.
He basically takes out the emotion because it's very important to him to be fighting at Madison Square Garden, and he's fighting for all of Argentina and all the Latinos.
Lou, it is finally fight week. How excited are you to see what looks to be a very healthy Sergio Martinez working out for the media today?
You know, the last time we were in Modell's before the Barker fight, he couldn't plant any weight on his foot. And I knew something was wrong. He'd been injured before the fight. He wasn't moving laterally. When he was hitting the pads like you just saw him hit, there was no snap. Today, he's moving laterally. He's planting his feet. He's punching hard, and he feels great. I'm looking forward to Saturday night. They're going to find out who the champion is because they didn't treat us like a champion this whole promotion. You know, we were treated like the challenger by everybody involved, from you know, Cotto Promotions and Top Rank and HBO. We've been treated like the challenger. We're not the challenger. We're the champion. On Saturday night, everyone's going to see who the champion is.
There have been a lot of talk back and forth between the two camps. It's become very heated. How do you keep Sergio so he doesn't get too emotional and do something stupid to try and go for the knockout?
No, bueno, Sergio él ya ha tenido otros rivales que también han hablado mucho, como lo fue Chávez, el padre Chávez, como lo fueron los varios rivales de Sergio que han hablado, y es algo que Sergio ya lo sabe llevar. Es un chico, un boxeador con mucha experiencia y la verdad que lo lleva muy bien.
No, Sergio has also had rivals in the past that have talked a lot, Chavez's father and all of those things. But no, he's a man with experience. He knows how to deal with it, and he knows how to do it, and he knows how to get things done and what it's all about.
Freddie Roach has made a comment about him being a great athlete, but not a great boxer. What are your thoughts?
Freddie Roach dijo que tú eres un atleta, pero no eres un buen boxeador. ¿Qué tú piensas de eso?
Freddie Roach perdió conmigo cuando peleé con Chávez y va a perder este sábado con Miguel Cotto.
Freddie Roach lost against Sergio when he fought against him with Chavez, and he's going to lose this Saturday when he has Cotto.
You speak about how contentious the build-up to this fight has been. How do you and Team Martinez keep him in a mind state where he doesn't, you know, over-respond because of the way he's feeling about Cotto and the way this thing was handled?
He was at peace. Look, we knew we were going to get treated like second-class citizens from the time that the negotiations began, but he wanted this fight, period. You know, he wanted Cotto. He wanted an opportunity to fight Cotto. He said, you know, do what you have to do, get me the best deal you can, but get the fight done. And we got the fight done. He's a professional. He's as professional as they get. He's not worried about that stuff. You know, I feel a little dissed during this whole thing, and I don't feel really like a true co-promoter. I don't really like, I mean, to a large extent, this you know, the business around this event has been conducted around us, and you know, but Saturday night we're going to find out who the champion is, and when we win the fight, then we're going to be a force to contend with.
Is that sort of the great equalizer by winning the fight on Saturday night?
It's everything. Winning the fight is everything. Winning the fight justifies whatever it took to get here. It doesn't matter if it's Cotto Martinez or Martinez Cotto if we win the fight. It doesn't matter who got, you know, who the 24/7 centered on. It doesn't matter who walks in first or who's announced first or who's, you know, got the lead in the commercial or who controlled the undercard. None of that matters if Sergio Martinez defends his title successfully on Saturday night. We are completely, you know, our entire attention is on winning the fight Saturday night. Sergio's head's in the right place. He's focused totally on the fight, not on any of the nonsense that surrounds it or surrounded it. I just want to have a great fight week, and I want to see him get in that ring and take care of business.
Both teams have predicted knockout. Do you feel the fight ends in a knockout?
La pelea termina por nocaut, Sergio lo va a noquear. Sergio lo va a noquear, nosotros estamos conscientes de que Sergio lo va a noquear, tanto Sergio como yo, los dos sabemos que va a ganar por nocaut, y ellos solamente lo dicen nomás, pero ellos no están conscientes de lo que están diciendo. Ellos solamente de boca, pero nosotros sabemos conscientemente que Sergio lo va a noquear.
We know he's going to knock him out. We know he's going to knock him out. Sergio knows that he's going to knock him out. And, you know, they talk a lot, but this is just talk. They talk that they're going to knock him out. That's just saying things to say things. We are very conscious of the fact that we will knock them out.
You called for a possible 9th round knockout. Him in turn said 4th round, well actually Freddie Roach. You have anything to say about that?
Tú dijiste que lo vas a noquear casi en el 9 round y él dijo, Freddie Roach dijo en el cuarto. ¿Qué dice de eso?
Roach dice muy buenas bromas siempre.
Roach says a lot of good jokes all the time.
Look, it's going to be electricity. And Cotto on Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend is Mr. New York, Mr. Madison Square Garden, Mr. Puerto Rico. I mean, you know, there's going to be a lot of Argentines there. Sergio will be represented there. But, you know, we know that it's going to be a heavily Puerto Rican crowd and that Cotto's going to walk into an electric environment. But that electric environment's going to energize Sergio also. And by the way, when they look each other in the eye, the crowd ain't going to fucking matter. And in all likelihood, I don't even know that the judges are going to matter. I think it's going to be mano a mano. They're going to throw down, and we're going to see who the better man is.
Seems like both sides are predicting KOs in this fight. Do you agree with that line of logic? And do you see any way that this fight goes the distance?
There's always a way the fight goes the distance. Am I going to predict the KO? No, I'm not in the business of predicting anything. However, I'll say this. If Martinez is saying there'll be a KO and Cotto's saying there'll be a KO and both guys are going to set out to knock the other guy out, the likelihood is there'll be a KO. Not because I think so, and I'm not going to make any prediction on it, but if both camps, if both fighters and both their trainers are predicting a knockout, it suggests to me they're going to go balls to the wall. It suggests to me there's going to be combustion. It's going to be an explosive fight, and probably someone will get knocked out. And I think it's going to be Miguel Cotto. But I'm not. You know, I think Sergio's prepared to go a tough 12 rounds. He went as completely damaged goods in a teeming thunderstorm in the worst possible conditions against a bigger guy. He went 12 rounds in Argentina. So, I mean, he'll certainly in a much better shape for this fight in a dry, comfortable Madison Square Garden. If he needs to go 12, he'll go 12.
So much made, especially like during the face-off with the A side and the B side and a lot of the business wrangling type stuff. Is it your hope, especially as his promoter, that with a win on Saturday night, Sergio finally evolves as a true, legitimate A side guy?
He has been a true A-side guy, but we've been on the short end of the stick every time. We shouldn't have been the B-side as a middleweight champion when we fought a rematch with Paul Williams. You know, we shouldn't have been ordered to fight Zinzurek and give up a frigging belt so HBO could let Chavez fight Zibik and take a title. We shouldn't have been treated the ways we've been treated through most of his defenses and most of his career. It doesn't matter. He has 7 successful title defenses. He's a middleweight champion of the world. On Saturday night, he walks in that ring the champion. If he walks out of the ring the champion, then we have a lot of leverage. If he walks out of the ring and defeats Miguel Cotto, then people are going to have to contend with Team Martinez. So, like, you know, the reality is, like, all the stuff that went around and you know, all our complaints maybe during the negotiations and during this promotion, they're totally irrelevant now. We want to have a good week. We want him to walk in the ring, you know, happy, healthy, and confident, which is where he is right now. And then take care of business, man. We defend the title. All the other shit doesn't matter.